Thank everybody for allowing me to tell my stories and reading poetry and acting your movies and your TV shows and stuff. It's been a really blessed life, and I just want to say thank you so much for your encouragement and your support. It means a lot. You don't have to do it, but you do. And that's what's up. I wrote this when I was 19 years old. Ready? I'm 51 now, by the way. Oh, say, can you see by the blood in the street that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child? Whose blood built this land with sweat and their hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory. Oh, say, does this truth hold anywhere? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. How you doing today, Cassidra?
I am good. I am well. I should be asking you, how are you? How's the family?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, it's one of those things where and if for those who don't know, last week I missed because my uncle passed away. Shouts out to him. But it's something we got to talk about with the health in our community because he had bad health, but he still didn't listen to where he would get parts of his body amputated and still
Wow.
would eat the wrong things and not
Oh,
listen.
man. That's rough right there. And I'm going to
Yeah.
tell you about my experience if you have time.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe about 3 years ago, right? My A1C was high. I didn't, well, it was 6 point something, right? But my doctor didn't tell me what it was. I had no idea about any of it. I didn't know what that meant. They just called me with the results. And I said, okay, but I didn't know what it was, right? Didn't know to ask questions. If you don't know, you don't you don't get the right answers, right? Not until it's serious. 3 years later, I go back, I did some more tests, and they go, oh, it's 9.3. I'm like, what is that? That's your A1C. That's your blood, right? That's your okay. And I was like, well, what is that? I said, how did it get like that? Because I've been going to the doctor and nobody said anything, right? And she goes, well, back 3 years ago, it was 6.3. And I said, well, okay, why didn't somebody, is that high? I didn't, still not knowing what it was until I did my research. So I
Right.
did research and I was like, what the hell? Why didn't they tell me when it was 6.3 and I could have did something about it, right? They didn't tell me. And then when I went back and it was 9.3, they go, oh, we're going to give you medication. No, you're not. I'm not taking that. And that's what it's about, the medication to keep you coming back, right? So I called my aunt who has
Yeah.
it, and I said, what do I do? What is this? What's going on? So my aunt began to talk to me about it. And she said, well, it's something you can't get rid of and blah, blah, blah. And I said, what do you mean? I said, your body can heal from anything, right? So she just said, well, she's had, you know how people just settle with stuff, right? I can't settle for stuff. I cannot. If I see that there's something wrong with my body, I go to researching. What can I do to get this down? What can I do? So what I did, changed my diet, changed everything. Start eating right. I don't eat out. I start cooking vegetables. I totally no sweets. I wasn't a sweet eater anyway. No sweets, and because you have to do what you have to do. And this is not medical advice. I'm just telling you what I did. I didn't get on that medication. I lost 20 pounds. I go to the gym every day, and sometimes I exercise twice a day, right? But and then I checked it again. It's down now from 9.3 to 6.2. So I got 10 more points and I'll be diabetic free. See, people don't understand. They think they have to take the medicine. Do not get on their medication. Once you get on that medication, it's going to keep you coming back. This is not medical advice. I'm telling you what I did. I didn't do this. I didn't get on one pill. I wasn't going to get on their pills because I know what medication does to your body, and it keeps the fat on. It's harder to do anything if you're medicated. You're bandaging it. You're not taking care of the problem, and it makes it harder for you to take care of the problem. So without me get on medication, I lost the weight because me and my husband, we eat. Okay, my husband said, come on, babe, let's go. And I'm like, no. Now I cook more. I don't eat out. I may eat out maybe once every other week, or it's one time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm very careful then what I eat because this is a way of life for me. We as Black people, we eat pork. You ain't supposed to eat that. That's the worst diet that we could possibly eat. You eat shrimp. You ain't supposed to eat that. You eat crab. You're not supposed to eat that. Those are bottom feeders. It's stuff that we're eating that we're not supposed to be eating. So of course your body is trying to fight this stuff off. And then you sit on the couch and you're gaining all this weight. You gaining all this weight. What? So what I did, I got me a therapist, and well, I already had a therapist, but went to my therapy meetings, and I got a nutritionist to teach me how to eat, to teach me how to cook. And I would bounce stuff off of her so that I can learn how to be healthy. Because I'm planning on moving. I can't move with that. I can't go and take that there. I need to be healthy and whole. You know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, this was since May. So I've been since May doing this. And I'm telling you, with exercise, hard work, and just doing, watching what I eat. No sweets. I eat 3 meals a day. I have 2 snacks. I watch my carbs because carbs like sugar. And I did a class just so I could learn about what this whole thing was about. Then I did my research. Doctors are they are not here to heal you. They are here to kill you. I'm just saying, because I see what's happening in the medical field. I'm looking at it. And I know that I didn't know anything about this, whatever. I had no idea. They could have told me this 3 years ago, and I could have did what I need to do. But they thought, okay, well, it's no big deal. So now it's at this point, now you want to do this, and this to keep me coming back. You got me twisted, honey. That's a big no for me. And I'm still not on medication. And then by you doing that, then other things begin to go get high. So now you lose the weight. You get off the couch, you lose the weight, you stop eating sweets, you watch what you eat. It's things you're not supposed to eat anyway. And watch your diet. And you can beat anything. Your body, God made it to where it heals itself. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I did because I was dealing with that. I was dealing with that stuff. But we have to do the work if you want to live. Because, some people say, well, I've been eating pork my whole life. I ain't, I'm going to continue eating it. What? Okay, didn't do it. Go ahead. You're going to die. Seriously. Especially when the doctor tell you stop smoking, stop drinking, stop. Okay, well, what's your choice? You're going to stop or you're going to not stop or you're going to go to an early grave. And I'm not talking about your uncle. I'm talking about just Black people. I've heard what they've said. Doctors tell them, hey, I need you to do this. And they go, I ain't doing that. I'm going to keep on eating my bacon. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and keep eating your bacon.
Yeah, that's
I'm just
my
saying. Go ahead, Purpose.
no. I'm agreeing with you. My uncle, he didn't want to stop eating like candy and sweets and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. You can't eat
And
that stuff. You got to get rid of that. But I'm gonna tell you what. I learned how to cook. I can still have my little cakes and stuff. I just cook it with monk fruit. I use monk fruit. I don't use sugar. Get sugar out of your diet. Sugar is not good for your diet. You can have sweeteners that still gives it the sweetness, but it's not going to impact your blood sugar. It's not going to impact. Yes, you can make cake with monk fruit. Get some monk fruit. That's the most natural sugar ever. It's not sugar, it's a sweetener, but it does not affect your blood sugar. It's ways that I have learned to cook now that I didn't know because I thought I was going to starve to death. I was like, oh my God, I can't eat. No, I got in there and I learned. I got some different recipes. I started trying recipes, not just me, but my husband. I here, try this, and we both eating it. I didn't got him eating it now. At first, he's like, oh, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, this is dinner. You can either eat it or not, or you can cook your own because this is how I'm cooking and this is what I'm eating. But I was doing it for my health. He didn't have nothing wrong, but I'm helping him now so that he don't get nothing wrong because we both eat the same stuff. You know what? So yes, I bake cakes, but I use monk fruit. I don't use sugar. I don't use honey. I can have peanut butter without sugar, but then you can put a little monk fruit in there, put a little, just like a sweetener, and it still tastes the same. I can make a pizza out of cottage cheese. People say, oh my God, cottage cheese. Yes, you can blend that stuff up, put a little almond flour in it, and get off that white flour. Use almond flour, oatmeal flour, and it's the same stuff. I'm telling you, I made some sweet potato donuts yesterday. Okay, had a little sweet potato. I put a little bit of chocolate, like the chocolate. What's that? Like the cocoa. It's not sure. It's not sweet. It's cocoa. I used a little bit of monk fruit. Put an egg in there. Blender it. I blender a lot of stuff. Put them in the oven. It was like little donuts. It's sweet. That's my sweet. We have to change our eating. These people here in this country trying to kill everybody. Because I know how I would go to Africa and I couldn't eat that food because it was bland for me because I'm so used to eating American food. It was when I go there, I couldn't eat because it wasn't sweet or wasn't salty. Then I get used to the taste over there. Then I come back home. I couldn't eat this food because it was too salty and too sweet. I was like, oh my God. So I understood the difference and I saw the difference in their food and our food. Big difference. Big difference. We have to learn how to eat if you want to live because this country dumps salt and sugar. And you see people eating all of this. I went to a fair the other day. It was like it was like like a flea market. It was the biggest flea market in North Carolina, right? I went, and you had this place that hit this donut that's like as big as our computers. That's how big that donut, and people was standing in line for all of that sugar, that huge donut. And I'm like, and I guarantee you, some people that wasn't supposed to eat that stuff standing in that line, because my girlfriend's like, "Come on, Cassie, I don't eat that. I don't." And you don't eat? No, I don't. And I don't. So I'm not gonna stand in a long line. That line was around the corner. But I had to discipline myself. I know what I can eat, what I can't. I don't even want a little piece of it because I know what it does to my body. You have to change your mind. You changing your taste buds. And as soon as you change your taste buds, you won't even want those sweets. You won't even want it like that because you know the damages and the dangers it does to your body. You're not going to cut off this and cut off this and cut. No, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do what I need to do. And I didn't go to the gym tonight, but usually I do maybe 20 minutes, like 10 or 15 minutes in the morning because I have exercise app. And then I'll go to the gym and lift weights. So, and I love it. I've always loved to work out, but I had just got lazy because I was so busy. I'm like, well, hold on. Do I want to live? Do I want to be healthy? Do I want to make this transition to be healthy? Or do I want to take all of this other stuff with me? No, I need to be healthy. So we have to make it our business to change our taste buds, to change our lives, to change our mindset and eat right. Get off of that pork.
yeah. No, no, you going in. That's why I ain't even interfere because you speaking the truth. And I don't know why. Like now, my nose then got stuffed up like the last couple hours. So y'all forgive me and all that
That's
stuff if
okay.
I be sneezing and stuff.
That's
But
fine. Let's go right ahead.
yeah,
Get you some
and
honey.
yeah,
Get
yeah,
you
and
some
this
honey,
is
some tea, lemon, and boil it and drink it.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But I was just saying if I sound funny or whatever. But no, you right, and we this is a topic that we need to talk about. This needs to be its
Yes,
own topic. And
yes.
I'll say two things to what you're saying before we go into what we talking about tonight. For one, I'm guilty of the sugar thing too. I love candy and stuff like that, and I'm not gonna lie, I am. And but I do the exercises. I'm like in shape, like, and I hardly get sick. Like this is as sick as I've been in like my whole life. Like I get a cold maybe every now and then.
But you have to understand your body's going through grieving too. And
Yeah,
that grief hits the weakest part of your body.
that's true. That's true. I've been
And
going.
that's,
It's true.
and that's what you're going through right now. But
Yeah,
now you have to eat right. No, no more hamburgers. Cook you
yeah.
some
I'll be eating
greens, cook you
hamburgers.
some cabbage, cook you. I'm just saying, no hamburgers right now. You need greens. You need, greens. You need cabbage. You need. I've learned how to cook now. Stuff that I ain't know I would never eat before. Never. Now I've made fettuccine cabbage. I mean, I'll bake. I steam the cabbage in some broth. Let it get soft. Put some onions and peppers, and I do my chicken on the side. Put my garlic in there, and then I let that steam, and get my cabbage roast kind of soft. Then I put my chicken in there. Then I put some, and I make fettuccine sauce, the sauce of it, and I pour it on that cabbage. And I'm telling you, it's amazing. It takes the cabbage to another level. You have to learn how to eat. You have to learn how to cook. And that fried food and all that other stuff out there is not good for your body at all. We
Yeah, that's
spend
true.
so much money, but it's a lot of money also to be healthy. Because I mean, one pack of monk fruit, which is a sweetener, may cost me what, $8, but it's a whole pack, and it may last for a couple months though. But still, it shouldn't even cost that much. Why is sugar or a sweetener costing that much? And then I get these little drinks to, like, say for instance, if I may be hungry in between meals and I just want a snack, I'll drink that little stevia, the little drink. It's like it looks, remember the pink milk? It looks like that, because you can get them in strawberry, chocolate, or vanilla. And I get the strawberry one, and then you can eat your cheese and crackers. There's just certain things that you can eat just to snack, so you don't eat chips and you don't eat a whole lot of other stuff and watching your carbs. That's all. Carbs is like sugar. We have to understand that. So if
Yeah.
you got 25 or 30 or 40 carbs, that's not good for your body. That's even if that's just not good, because it's turning into sugar, and people don't
Yeah.
understand that. You just
But
have to
no,
learn how to eat.
yeah, it's like it's all because and just the last thing I'll say, and then we go to the point to what we're talking about tonight.
Mhm,
But like a friend of mine, she went to the doctor because something was going on where her chest and her heart,
mhm,
is this condition where it like beats irregular, and
mhm, mhm.
and they telling her, oh yeah, well you just need a surgery to where you gotta get this thing cut off. But then
What?
luckily her daughter is have been going to nursing school, and she was like, yo, try to take some potassium, you
Yes.
know. And then after she started taking potassium, she was like, "Yo, I felt so much better." I see. I was like almost believing it too. Like, yeah, maybe you should, because if you've ready to have a heart attack or something, like
No,
you
sir.
should
I
get
don't
it
believe these
checked out.
doctors. You have to understand.
Yeah,
You have to, and we need to talk about this medical field. We really need to talk about that. How some of these doctors are, and how they're going, telling these young women you need hysterectomy, and that's not what you need. And they're hysterectomy these young women, and they're stopping them from having babies, and that's on purpose. We have to understand who we dealing with. White supremacists in everything. It's in the schools, it's in the judges, it's in the police department, it's in the medical field. It's everywhere you look around. It's white supremacy, and they're against you, black family. You have to understand that. And when I talked to that doctor that told me what she told me, and they didn't even tell me about it 3 years ago. I literally cussed her out. I said, you ready to do all this stuff to keep me coming back? I ain't coming back. I'm not going back to her, because I don't trust her, for one. Because you could have told me about this 3 years ago. You let it get to a point where now, oh, you're going to take medication. No, I'm not doing any of that. And I'm not, because I know how these doctors are. We have to understand who we're dealing with. Remember the fire department? Remember the fireman who was said that he back in the day he had left black babies in the houses, in the burning houses? Yes, that's white supremacy. They've been doing that for years. Medical teams, doctors, the same. Teachers, all of them are the same. When they're white and they're dealing with us, just know that you're not getting the best from them at all. Why would I give you the best when I don't even like you?
yeah. I mean, and people don't realize that. Imagine your the firefighters coming to your house is racist and hate you,
Just like the
or the
police
ambulance
officers.
person
Exactly.
is racist and hate you.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's the reality of like
Exactly.
our life here. You know what I'm saying? And like we focus on the police, But
Let's
like
talk
when I
about
be
them.
telling, like people be like, "Why am I extreme?" Because I'm like, "Yo, look up stories of what rescue people used to do to black people. Like they used
Mm-hmm.
to help them set the fire,
Mm-hmm.
you know."
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
I mean, look at the police officers. Look what happened in Chicago. You had a whole like over the Memorial, was that Labor Day, Memorial Day? You had a shooting, and they never find anybody. Come on, you mean black folk just the gang members just shooting it on the holidays? Come on, I don't believe that. And then the gang members was telling us how they was finding guns, truckloads, boxloads of guns, just sitting there,
yeah,
wanting them to shoot against, shoot up each other.
yeah. I talked about it because this happened in 2019, and I showed it on here.
Hmm.
I showed the thing where like people was like really had like masks and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
where they looked like
Yep.
black people, and people didn't
Yep.
believe me, and I showed
And
it
they
on
never
here,
find,
and they
and they
never believed
never
me.
all of a sudden they never find the culprit. They never all these satellites in this country, but you
Yeah, they
never
found
find
Jussie Smollett, but they couldn't find
exactly. Go, go.
Ned Shooter.
Okay, come on
But
now, come on
consider,
now. I'm sorry, forecast.
consider, I want to show you something because this is a part of it too, right? And this first part might piss you off because we wasn't even supposed to go, but this was a good conversation. This is already starting off good, but I was gonna show this last week too. But I think you sent me this something about how they can. Did you send me this?
They trying, honey.
We have an executive order on school discipline policies under, I believe it was the Biden administration, first Obama and then Biden. The Department of Justice issued guidance that made it almost impossible for schools to enforce adequate disciplinary policies. This created issues in the classroom for teachers and students alike. Basically, they focused on CRT and sort of diversity
Ain't nobody
ideology
focused on no damn
instead of
CRT. Stop
actually just
lying.
enforcing the
Them
rules in
damn demons.
classrooms to ensure a safe
I'm
learning
sick of their
environment.
asses.
This executive order revokes that prior guidance and puts us back in a place where hopefully the Department of Education can focus on education and teachers can focus on teaching in a safe environment.
Because
Hold
you
on.
want
Did he say? Hold on. They didn't even teach CRT to children, did they? They
no.
taught it in college. I'm so sick of these crackers lying. Every time they open their damn mouth, they lie. For one, you was punishing parents for spanking their kids, right? Right? For the last 20 years, they was bringing parents up on charges. You told you couldn't spank your children, right? So now I can't spank them, but I can let a teacher spank them. I wish she would. I wish she would.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
You already know what black people gonna say.
Hey,
Do it if you want
put your hands on
to.
mine, and I'm gonna put my hands on you. I need you to understand that. If they doing something, you better call me, or you better text me, or you better send me an email. You do not have the authority, and I will put it in writing to touch my child. I will put that in writing. So if you touch my child, I'm coming. Just look, I'm coming. It may be after
But
school. When you come out that building to your car, I'm gonna be waiting. Don't play with me. You're not
well,
gonna.
maybe,
You won't give me the authority to spank my own child. But then now you're gonna tell the teacher they can spank it. You better get the hell out of here. You touch
or you
mine.
go to jail if you do it.
Trust and believe. I'm gonna let her know ahead of time. You touch mine. You got to note in her file. Do not touch my child. Call her mother. She is a mother for that.
Right. Yeah, you gonna get in trouble if you do it, consider so you can't even
Exactly.
spank up
But
there.
what kind of sense does that make? You done told parents not to spank their kids. Now you're gonna turn around and tell the teachers you have authority. Put your hands on mine if you want to. I'm gonna break all them fingers.
Dang.
That's the dumbest thing ever. What is really going on here?
Well, maybe
what's really going on for you?
I mean, maybe this would be enough for you to look up a black school that you
I
could
hope so. I'm
enroll your
hoping and
children
praying.
into. Maybe.
I'm hoping and praying. Do you see
Maybe
that
this is what needs
that
to
one that I
happen.
sent you with the woman talking about the birthday song?
Yes, consider. Speaking of that, consider.
Oh God, Lord have mercy
Yeah,
for a cat. You gonna
speaking
make
of
me
that,
rough tonight.
now you want to see what the environment that they already in, but now they are
What's that
safe to
runaway
do this.
slave, huh?
Let's cook.
I'm sick. You're sick. Can we sing happy birthday to you? All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear legend. Happy birthday to you. funny song now that I sing to you? Okay, goes like this.
No.
Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too.
Look at that black kid looking at her back there.
Everybody.
That is not funny. What the hell?
And all the
That
white
is,
kids over there cheesing, smiling hard as hell.
yeah, they is. Because their mamas act just like her. She reminds them of their mamas. But did the two black kids smile? That wasn't funny?
It was
What
not
made that
funny.
so funny? What made her fix her mouth to say that to and see, this is what they do to our babies. They destroy them at this young age before they even know what's going on. Because they come to school, they be so happy. Most of these kids out of kindergarten, first grade, they don't like to go, they don't like school no more. Why? What's the big change? Because before you went to school, you was happy. Oh my God, I'm gonna be in kindergarten, I'll be in preschool. Oh my God. And then first grade, second grade, you ask, you like school? No. What happened, forecast? Where'd that joy go? Where's that
They don't.
excitement? Where did it go?
The problem is they so young, like you don't know it until you like 35 what
Mhm.
happened, you know?
You never find out. You never find out. I had a friend, and he told me about an incident that happened when he was, this young. And he said it never left him. He said, I thought about that. I told that, teachers will always ask, when we were little, they would say, what you guys want to be? And everybody went around the class. I want to be astronaut. I want to be this, that, and the other. And he said he wanted to be some. I can't even remember what it was. And the teacher told him, black men are whatever he was. They're usually janitors and, gas station attendants. It was something big that he wanted to be. He said, you know what, Cassie, that stuck with me for years, even now. And, we're well in our 50s, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, that really stuck with me. That really stuck with him. And he still talked, and you could hear the pain from way back then. He said, and that stopped him because he didn't think he could, because somebody he looked up to told him he couldn't. And that's what they do to our babies. And that's why a lot of time they asking your kids, what do you want to be? That's first thing they ask, first day of school. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be, right? They always ask that. And then they're going to come back and tell you what you can't do.
But consider, I gotta say this too, like on top of what you're saying, as black parents in the black community, you have to stop telling your children what they can't do. I understand sometimes it's out of love, like I don't want to see you disappointed, but you cannot tell your children what they can and cannot do, like what they can and cannot achieve. Especially if you feel like you can't achieve it, do not put that on them. You're messing their life up if you do this.
You're
Do not
limiting
tell
them.
that.
Yes, you are limiting. Don't limit your child. And every day, make it your business to talk to your child. When they're this size or younger, when they go to preschool, daycare, when they're 2 and 3, get in the floor with them. Get their baby dolls, especially if it's a little girl. Get their baby dolls. They're going to talk to their dolls the way that parent or that teacher has talked to them all day. They're going to talk to that doll the same way. So you can hear a lot of what went on in their day by them talking to that doll. And some of the stuff you hear, you be like, whoa, hold on. What? Okay, I need to address this tomorrow. Who said that to you? So-and-so, Miss so-and-so. Oh, was that yesterday? The other day? The other day is yesterday. Okay. The other day. And then you go up there and you have a conversation with Miss so-and-so. Miss so-and-so, so-and-so, and you talk, letting her know that your child is talking. I'm hearing. That makes her leery and aware that you're paying attention and you're talking to your child. And that's what we don't do. Well, first thing we say, oh, he talked too much. Oh, God. Oh, that boy just talk all day. Well, that's what you want them to do. You want them to talk. You want to teach them how to communicate. You want to teach them how to talk and not hold stuff in. You want them to tell the secrets, right? Okay, then encourage them to talk. Get in the floor with her. Play baseball with her. Play basketball with her. Hey, son, how was your day today? What you learn today? You got a puzzle. He got a puzzle. You got a coloring book, and he coloring, you coloring, whatever. I don't know what boys do. We color when my girls are smaller. Okay, so we got there and we color. I think boys color, right? I'm not sure, but anyway, if they color or if they do puzzles, whatever they like to do. If they got to roll the car to them. How was your day at school? How was kindergarten? How was, how was Miss So-and-so today? How was her helper? Do you feel comfortable around her? Does she treat you okay? You have to make them aware of this stuff instead of us just leaving them in the teacher's hands, because we see what they're doing to our children. They're destroying our babies on purpose. But you go ahead.
Nah, facts. And shouts out to Raw in the building. Appreciate you coming through. And yeah, like you were saying, that's 100% correct. Make sure that your children are safe and that they're not though. And just to go off, I play it one more time for y'all, just to see, because me and Cassidra don't even have no children in school, So if you do,
honey, I watch man, honey.
saying.
I watch man. Jesus, woo,
Yeah.
honey, I'd have been up there at that school next day, honey. I sure would have been there.
Just to go off, I'm gonna let y'all see this again.
Because I was up to school all the time.
Like this. Happy birthday to you. You live in the zoo. You look like a monkey, and you smell like one too.
Did she get fired? Probably not. That's just what they do.
Probably didn't even do none of that.
Teacher of the
she's
year.
still up there grinning. But the boy's mama and the daddy and the grandmama should have went up there. Oh, now this was pitiful right here.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And she, I ain't gonna play that long video. We're gonna just skip to it. I think this is the same part. I don't know. Maybe. I'm not sure.
That's a child. A North Charleston police officer is on leave tonight following an incident involving a juvenile at the Circle K gas station on Rivers.
So I think this is a different one.
Oh, that's a different one.
Klinger joining
that was outside. With that white woman, that one was outside with the boy.
Oh, that. So this is a different one.
Jess?
Tessa, videos of officers arresting a young man inside the gas station are gaining lots of attention on social media. The juvenile was eventually released and no charges have been filed. But we'll show you some video from someone who witnessed the arrest posted to Facebook. You can see in the
video his arm at?
Trying to handcuff the boy who's repeatedly yelling, "Get off of me," and "I'm scared for my life." 3 more officers then rush in to assist. Multiple people can be heard shouting. Now, according to the police report, officers responded.
I don't know what to do.
So this happened in the same place then.
Oh God, I'm sick of this.
This happened in the same place.
Oh, she did it again. Oh, she did it.
No, it might have been 2 different things in the same place at the same time.
Oh wow, because I know she did one with a black dude that was outside. Tell me he pulled a knife or something on her.
I don't think it got. I was looking for the video. I found that one. So
injuries were reported.
Because I don't want to hear this dude talk.
Over the misunderstanding.
I don't think they played the video. All right, here we go. Yeah, this is a different one. Damn,
Oh, yeah,
I thought it was the same one.
That's the one I was talking about right there.
That's crazy. There's so many of them.
There's so many of them.
I got the wrong one.
Because it's one every day. Just like they shooting every day. Utah is, I don't know what's going on in Utah. I don't have no idea. But I'm like, okay, Trump, you need to send the troops out to Utah because Utah shooting police officers and everything. Utah having a field day, honey. Utah tearing their asses up. And I feel nothing.
And so, first rifleman, get the hell up out of Utah, my brother.
Okay. He wouldn't feel comfortable no other place. Let him stay right there. He wouldn't feel comfortable no other place.
They probably don't even be on listening to none of this no more. But still,
of course,
I hope he all right because he is out there with them.
Oh, he's comfortable. Oh, he's in his element. They could cuss him out and pull a knife on him, and he'll be right back with him tomorrow. And they didn't mean no harm. They're my friends.
That white girl might have got him by now. I need to look up the story.
Yep, he's done. He's done.
I meant to play this last week too, Cassidra, because I even forgot what it was, but I know that they was harassing.
Hold. Cell phone video in the aftermath of an alleged assault at a small market
These
on the
Arabs,
east side. Good evening.
I don't shop with them either. I don't do no Arabs. I don't do no Mexicans.
Using a stick.
Yeah. What up, Tom? No work. Well, it's been a minute, my brother. What's going on?
A large protest outside the store yesterday. Tonight, 7 News obtaining the police report from this Tuesday night incident.
They need to close that store down.
Michael Schwartz is updating us on what some community members are calling for now.
Shut it down.
Tensions remain high outside both Mandela Market locations in Buffalo. Both stores now closed after police were called to the Broadway location for an alleged assault Tuesday night.
Ain't Buffalo, ain't that near where that white boy drove up there to shoot them black
Female
people?
victim reported a hand injury and head pain after she says she was struck by a stick from an unknown suspect.
He had the stick in his hand.
Connect
And on face on camera and talking about unknown suspect.
He was recently a security guard here. He tells me there have been
Grateful.
incidents.
I'm grateful, my brother.
We have to live together here in Buffalo, this great city, and we want to shine a positive light on Buffalo and this great city of ours.
To put it in a nutshell, why it's so important is because this type of stuff has been happening for the last few years at different stores in the area.
Well, it should have been closed down a long time ago. Whose fault is that?
He and
Y'all
others
making me
gathered
mad.
outside the Mandela Market on East Ferry Wednesday, fed up with ongoing
Yeah. Oh, Tom Noir, it's good to hear from you, bro. I'm good. I hope you're good too, my brother.
situations.
Stuff keeps happening, and then there's something that happens and it sparks a flame. My eyes would start to water because of the passion I feel, because we cannot continue to let people come in here, take our money and abuse us and abuse our women and look down on us.
The allegation of the woman being attacked, it's not the first time I've heard it.
I feel like accountability needs to happen and someone needs to speak up about what happened and how to fix it.
This sign posted
Close
on
them down.
or Tuesday.
Period.
How to fix it? Oh,
Close them down. That's how you fix it. Send them back to Pakistan, wherever they come from. Saudi Arabia, wherever.
you got two choices, right? You could do it the gangster way, all right?
Hey.
Or you can be this is not the gangster way. This is the regular way. Stand up, make sure nobody goes up in that store.
That's right.
Until that store gets shut down. They have to sell it. You make sure y'all as a community put your money together, buy the store. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And y'all hire each other and put money into this stuff. You know?
That's what needs to be in our areas. Community store. That means everybody get a piece of the pie.
Right. Or you could just do it the gangster way, you know.
That works too. Whichever
that's faster.
Yep, that's faster. Yep.
Whatever you want to do.
He says the business was operating without a license.
We want the Common Council to come to us
without a license,
and we want to talk. We want to talk about
how you without a license,
because we need to.
Now these groups. Now this school here is funded to be in. Guess whose community?
Exactly.
Yours. You know what I'm saying? That's why all of them dirty, dusty corner stores you go into in the hood. You see, hey, blah 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 blah. You
that's
know,
our fault though, because we support them.
But the store is so bad and it's such a bad community. They never take their stores out the communities though. You know what I'm
but
saying?
Guess what? If you don't shop at those communities, if you don't shop at those stores, we could shut all of them down, just like they shutting this one down. We can shut them all down. They don't need to be in your community. If you see them in your community, don't shop at them. Why are you shopping at those stores? Why do we make everybody else rich except us? Just like Time to Work, who said they earned their gangster way. Yes, they have. We know how they treat us. We know how they disrespect us. I don't shop at them little stores like that. I don't go to Chinese. I don't shop at nobody but black. And when I say nobody but black, blackly black, if they have it and they're black, I'm buying it from them. Seriously, it's time for us to support us.
Right.
And if you go somewhere and the price is higher or cheaper somewhere else, if you show them, they'll work with you. They'll match it, because I've done that. They'll match the price. I take a picture of it. Here, this is what they have over there. Can you give me this for that? And yes, they can. And they'll do it with gladness. Right. We have to stop this. We've made everybody else rich but us. We won't even support our own black-owned businesses.
Yeah, it's true. We do got to stop going to like Chinese restaurants and you know, buffets. Like you gotta stop. You know, at some point.
You gotta stop. Yeah. They didn't made them hair places have made billions off of us. 10 to be exact. 10 million. 10. What is it? 10 million? 10,000.
Hurry up and buy.
Shoot, they done made so much money off our hair. We buying hair from them. It's ridiculous.
Right. So all right. So all of that being said, let's get into what we was even supposed to be talking about. Shouts out to this brother.
White people aren't racist if they are black people. If you go out of your way to avoid black people, you're not racist. Why would you want to be put in a predicament?
You're doing us a favor.
Happen, you truly don't.
Yeah.
You could look at them wrong and they get mad and loud and aggressive. So if avoiding Black people for your own safety.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You've done me a favor. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Gertrude.
I guess I care more about my
I don't give a damn if I don't never come across your path
in my life. So I'll take it. I guess I'll be racist if that's what it means.
Yeah.
Because it means a million things.
What it
It
means.
means a million things. I feel like we have enough to deal with in this world, let alone
Considering they call you racist, so
I don't give a damn.
people that
I
live
am, because I don't like none of them.
public transportation. They
But
can't
Black
go
folk can't be racist. We can be prejudiced, but
go
can't be
into a
racist.
store. When I go to the city, I avoid certain gas stations. I
Good.
know
They
that
don't
that's
want you
a crack
anyway.
gas station. I know that's the ghetto gerbs.
well, I'm just saying, take notes. Like instead of getting mad though, we could take notes. Like I know there's certain places I don't go, you know what I'm saying, where this Arab will beat a Black woman. I'm not gonna go no violent fool like that who we know their culture is violence, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
The FBI told us that the white
That's what
male
they
is the most violent. So I'm glad that she's taking her leave away from Black
Yeah.
people. I wish you
Thank
take your raggedy kids away from our children too. I wish you were going on over there somewhere and ban us from coming to your schools. I wish they would do the segregation thing, the separation, the delineation. Yes, I wish they would do it all. And I'd be more than happy because I'm sick of dealing with them in the first place.
Yeah, facts.
You couldn't do shit. I wish you would really mean that
Mm.
and do it and stick to it.
And get about it.
You could just
You
look at
and your
it
crackhead
and
son
know
or meth head son.
Exactly. Biden
go in there. Just like going to Popeyes and
told us he didn't want
Sorry,
our
we can't.
kids to go to school with his son. Thank you.
I'm sorry, we can't talk about certain crackers considered as a problem to people.
Just like going to KFC.
The good crackers,
Just like going to Burger King.
Peckerwoods or whatever you call
God
them.
forbid they fuck your order up. God forbid. You take it back one time, you get an attitude. They mess it up again, you take it back again. If they're about to throw hands, they got to throw hands over food.
Yeah, so
You big dummy. You
Yeah,
need to stay
so-
in your neighborhood. That'll be your best bet. Stay right there in the cornfield down in the country.
and then
Way down.
it's another.
They do that like, what's up? You know, like that's a gesture.
No, she's like kind. I think she's retarded though.
You know, they do that like, what's up? You know, like that's a gesture they do to each other. I think that's because, you know, they're always like doing stuff to each other.
Girl, they be looking at us through their eyeballs. That's them doing stuff to each other. Who doing all the school shootings?
So consider when you nod to somebody, that means you planning on doing something to them. She's figured it out, you know.
She's a dummy. She sounds stupid.
Or maybe
You know, they're different than us.
We are. You say that again. We are different than her.
yeah. Matter of fact, let her say it again. Yeah, she's right.
We different from her. Yeah, you're right.
They're different than us.
They're not like us. Play that song. They not like us. They not like us.
Anybody, it don't matter.
And so she's basically saying when they hit that fake little smile, they could be thinking about killing you. That's what really that's projection. That's what it's called.
Exactly. That's
what
how
it's
they
called,
feel about us.
projection.
We're not shooting up,
Psychopath
we not
projection.
shooting up schools. We don't shoot up Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
No matter what color you are, we see you and we walk past you and we lock eyes. We go,
No, we don't.
Well,
lock
Tom,
them.
the whole thing about that whole evolve thing, right? Because they be like, oh well, black people did come first, but that means we are the evolved thing because we came after. But they're so stupid. It's like evolving doesn't mean better or worse. It means like you change. Like when you get stuck in a cave somewhere, you get no sunlight. Like you change, and then so when you like on Earth and every other thing in the solar system that needs the sun. Now you have changed yourself so much that you have gone away from whatever it may have done. So they are like kind of stupid. So they don't realize they think later means better. Like, but just evolving means different. It just means something different has occurred, right? Like where this recessive thing, you know what I'm saying, has happened where, you know, like you can't go outside or whatever, or you learn to talk at a slower age by their research, you know what I'm saying? Like, or your bones is thicker than theirs. And this is where it comes in with the whole conversation about health, because we have doctors and stuff, their bodies is literally different than ours, and we think that race is literally a concept. But no, like we can see a white person and a black person and see the difference, but saying this is a concept. But the problem is when you need the medicines that you need particularly for your body, it may be different than something than they need, you know what I'm saying? So when you have their doctors treating you, you wonder why you are sick at 50 and dying at 35 at like heart disease and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I'm saying. What up? What up? Bitter Medicine Podcast, Coco in the building.
And it's like, we don't want to smile, but like our parents raised us right. So we're like, hi. That's like our way of saying, I don't really want to talk to you, but we've locked eyes and I've acknowledged you. But
So, consider you want to see what the you seen that meme when they hit that face right there. You know, this is what they be looking at you. Like we might do the head nod to each other, you know what I'm saying? So when I head nod at Cassidra, I don't know. I guess she's saying I want to hit her or something. I don't know.
Lord.
But what I will say is I played this before. This is what the white people be thinking when they be hitting that little smile stuff, Cassidra. You remember this video?
You're something crazy.
Oh God,
Really crazy. I shouldn't even tell you. I was gonna murder all of you.
Oh my God.
Today. I was gonna murder all of you. Now I'm having the nicest time.
Oh my
I
God.
realize, take a second and think before you make these choices.
Whoa.
What the hell?
People.
He just shared that with all of us. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it. He's definitely gonna do it.
Yeah, he probably
Was that
gonna do
somebody
it.
black over there?
Nah, that's the dude that's just making the
Oh,
video
okay.
off
I
his
was like,
video.
what? You didn't get up and run up out of there?
Ain't no black
Tell
people
me
there.
that. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, honey. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Honey, I'd have left
Yeah.
home. I'd have dipped. I'd have took everything with me and dipped. I'm
Well-
going to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Girl, honey, I'd have left that house right then and there. Because you might change your mind. And
So
I'm not
look,
gonna be there when you change your mind.
we might hit the head nod to each other, but I don't think a black person has ever been recorded saying something like this. You know what I'm saying? So we might head nod, I guess.
We definitely ain't talking about killing each other. I'm just gonna murder you. Play it again. Play that one more time for me.
Lord,
You're something crazy. Really crazy.
it's not that crazy though. For real. When you think about it, it's not that crazy in the history of
We expect
Europeans.
that from them.
Yes, it's not that crazy, to be honest. They got like shows about psychopaths who kill their moms in their sleep,
Yeah,
you know?
the whole family,
Yeah.
dog included.
Dog, and so especially the dog, you know?
You're something crazy. Really crazy. I shouldn't even tell you this. I was gonna murder all of you. Today. I was gonna murder all of you. Now I'm having the nicest time.
You see him with his mouth open looking at him like, what the hell? He's like, what the hell?
There's a rap for all of them.
Tell me that. And they still sitting there? Shh,
They are.
honey. They look up, Cassie would be gone. I would never dart his stare again. I wouldn't even take his calls. I'd block him on everything.
Damn.
I was getting ready to murder all y'all. Ain't that something? Somebody get that much hate and evilness in them. But they want to talk about black folk. Honey, you can't talk about nobody but yourself. Until you get straight stuff like this. And them school shootings, Walmart shootings, daycare centers, blowing up daycare centers. You got enough on your plate, honey, than to be over here worrying about us.
Right, mosques, churches, colleges.
Hey, what I'm saying,
apartments.
that's churches, burning up the churches and you shoot. What the
Police
world? I ain't never
precincts.
seen no stuff like that. You done burn the church down. What?
Or Congress houses, parks.
What in the world? Yeah.
Oh no, and countries. You know. Anyway, so and you know what they're and I ain't gonna play too much of this
I'm
right
gonna tell
here.
you how they come out of the cave because they linked up with these demons and devils. That's where they getting the information from. Time to work. He said they come out of the caves with increased knowledge. Well, that's because they're hooked up with them fallen angels, them Nephilim, them hybrids.
I don't know. I think it was just the coon black people who was like, "Oh, let me clean this white." I'm telling you, it was a white girl in the cave somewhere. A brother was walking along, like, "Oh, damn, look at this white girl," and it was, and the history has started. You know what I'm saying? And it was a rap since then. Like, and then we like, let me teach them all I know. Maybe I can teach her how to take a bath, and then I can.
Yeah.
And it still haven't worked, but
And
we
they
still
still don't
trying.
take baths. Still don't use no soap. Still
It still
looking
ain't work.
greasy. You see a white person hair looking greasy. You already know he ain't white.
We
And then you can smell them. You walk past them, they smell. You're like, oh my God, it's disgusting.
But we still trying to teach them though. There's still brothers out there trying to teach them to this day. But this has been a problem that's probably y'all say 6,000 years. I don't know how long it's been the problem, but I'm telling you that's how it started. It was a brother who seen a white girl in the cave somewhere.
And
It's like
then
I'm gonna
needs to
teach
teach
them
her
the
something.
knowledge.
All you have to do is mind your business, keep walking. Mind your business. Let that heifer stink. Let her stay right on over there in them caves. Then he
But
had to turn around and marry her.
yeah, try to bring her back to the
Exactly.
tribe, and then everybody died or whatever.
From her
But
nastiness.
I'm telling you, that's what happened with the first encounter. But yeah, I'll bring
What
y'all proof
happened
to
to
that.
Indians? They gave them all that sickness and disease. Ain't that something? That's what happened. They gave them all the sickness and disease they came over here with. Gave it to them poor Indians.
Hmm. But all right. So yeah, you know what
Saying
that
it.
go to is the what
Don
about,
Lemon said that something similar the other day.
and forget
Maybe
all
we'll
of these
start with
people
him,
on here.
and then
But
we'll play what Joy Reid just said. But they need a serious reality check. Here he is.
So my question this morning is, white men, are you okay?
Hell no.
Are you okay? You're sending troops,
yeah, liars.
National
That's
Guard
called
to
lying.
cities. You keep talking about, oh my gosh, Chicago and black on black crime, because this country keeps waking up to
white on white crime.
Bodies in the pews.
Yahoo! Come on now.
Blood on the floor.
Come on
Every
now.
single time. The
In the
face
schools.
behind the trigger looks nearly the same. These shooters again and again and again and
Come
again
Come on.
look just like their base.
Mm.
We hear about anything but the culture of grievance and violence that the right has been feeding for decades. Something is cracked deep inside when so many of you believe the answer to fear, to loss, to change is violence.
Mm-hmm. That's who they are.
Are you listening to me? I hope I'm saying it loud enough for the people in the back.
Dude was offended by that, as if that whole history is not
They was mad
literally.
about that, but Hillary Clinton said the same thing the other day, last night. She said the same thing. These white male shooters are white. She said these shooters are the white males are shoot up the place. She talked about that. And I was like, she actually said that out of her mouth. I couldn't believe she was saying that.
It's called They're psycho. I've been saying this for like since I've been on it. They're psychopath. They said manifest destiny, and that meant killing everybody and enslaving and taking everything. And then how can you put a pedophile on the side of a mountain and call him your father?
Exactly.
And it's crazy. Like that's psychopath. So if I've ever seen such, like I can smack you in the face, but if you put your hand up to block the punch, you're wrong. Like that's crazy.
Exactly. Ain't that
That's
crazy?
crazy. That's psychopath stuff, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's white men who he says are the problem in America. That'll be news to his husband, who happens to be a white man. And Don Lemon thinks that the white community needs to look at itself because we're producing the killers. We're a violent community.
Yeah, you don't see that?
Just FYI, the National Institute of Justice in 2022 did an analysis of the latest 172 mass shootings, showed that they were 52% white, 20.9% black, 8.1% Latino, and 6.4% Asian. Okay, so whites.
Now, do you believe that stupid like that 20-something% of black? You had the one dude who was doing the shootings in the dude in Maryland or whatever.
You're lying.
No, No, them dude who was shooting people at the gas station, but really he was doing it to shoot one person, but he tried to cover it up. Black people go after one person most
For
of the
one
time.
person. So she
Yeah.
gonna put that and make that what 20%?
Yeah, a school shooting in Black John is like two brothers fighting each other and one might shoot each other. Not
Exactly.
saying that's good or whatever, but
That's not a school shooting. Their school
yeah,
shootings means everybody, all
everybody
kids,
died.
everybody die, and then they kill themselves. So she's sitting up here lying because the FBI said the most dangerous was the white male. You can pull that up. That
Yeah.
we stand on that. That's what the FBI told us, and I'm gonna believe them over her.
Well, I mean, it's like you could just look around the world and see like they go on killing people like to take their land and
Yeah,
stuff all
exactly.
the time. Like, I mean, you could do a body count. Like, let's do a body count and see who does what. You know what I'm saying?
You could look
And
at this last week. Show me how many black shooters kill police. Then you just seen several white shooters killing several officers. One man did 5 in one night. Three died, three died, and 2 lived. So I'm just saying, every day you see the Utah. Every day you see somebody is shooting somebody somewhere.
well,
So I'm
I
not gonna
mean,
believe what she got to say because I know she's lying. Every time these people breathe, they lie. Every time they wake up and sit up in bed and look around, they start lying.
well,
I'm
I
just
would say this. Tell me a year that Europeans have not been at war. Like before Europe,
exactly.
you don't even have to say European, just like since they've been wherever they've been, how many name a year where there wasn't some kind of war where thousands or millions of people died, you know?
Exactly. Mm-mm.
Made up the majority.
All
50.
right, we don't gotta hear that
No,
really.
we're not
So I'll
interested.
play
What she
this.
got to say.
We play
Now I love this right here. Come on, truth.
yeah.
Come on with this
In
truth.
reality, he's the one that caused all of
Let's
the
get
world's
past
problems.
this.
In 20 crime, you need to get fact checked, and I'm about to do it to you.
I'm
In
about to do it to
2016,
you.
white people committed 70% of the convicted crime, and
Go
black
tell
people,
your lady that. What's her name? The last lady. Tell her that.
white people committed.
And see, this is why I was saying back then, like when they say that kind of stuff, like how do they go by the statistic? Do they go by conviction? Do they go by like suspicion? You know, because like if that's the case, then if it goes by conviction, George Zimmerman was not convicted of slaughtering a little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like their stuff doesn't count as violence or murder or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that is the language that speaks, you know. But anyway, my bad.
80% of the reported crime, and black people only committed 26% of it. And in 2024, white people committed 53% of the reported crime, while black people only committed 25%. So this narrative on 13% of the population, 50% of the crime is wrong. You know who actually commits 50% of the crime? White people. But guess what stat black people are 13% of the population and 50% in? Exonerations. You know, when they're wrongly convicted, all you're doing by spreading this fake fact is allowing more people to profile and be racist towards black people. You know what's the highest percentage of people who are victims of white people? Black people. And if you look at all the shootings, guess who are the shooters? White dudes. So let's all think long and hard on who actually commits 50% of the crime.
Oh, honey, you can't be racist to white people. Might be thinking of racial prejudice.
So Cassandra. And so let's go through some of them, you know, Cassandra, because you was talking about a few of them. This is one.
Old man from Maryville is set to spend the rest of his life in prison. His crime, plotting to kill FBI agents.
A judge handed down that sentence today for Edward Kelly, who first made headlines for storming the Capitol on January 6th. 10 News anchor Brittany Bailey has been following this case and spoke with Edward Kelly several times leading up to today in court. Brittany?
John and Rob also did hear from Edward Kelly today in court, but he wanted to focus more on the past rather than today's sentence. He urged the judge to reconsider his earlier ruling that this FBI kill list case would not be covered by the president's pardon. Now, what Kelly did not do was address any of the victims from his list who were in court today or express any remorse. And that was a theme we heard from prosecutors throughout this case. They say Edward Kelly felt he was acting as a patriot in preparing for civil war. So he targeted the law enforcement officers who were investigating him for his actions on January 6th. He created a kill list of more than 30 names, making plans to murder them at work,
their homes, and public places. He made plans to attack the FBI Knoxville field office with IEDs, conducted training exercises with his co-conspirators, and made sure he had access to an arsenal of weapons. And during their investigation, they also found child pornography on his computer. Throughout all
What? So, by the way, they did put pedophiles on the side of a mountain. So,
of this, prosecutors have maintained that Kelly has shown no remorse, as we said, and they cited some of the conversations he had with me from jail. And today in court, Kelly also referenced our conversations, saying he was talking about January 6th, not this case, when he defended his actions. And he also told me prior to today, he does plan to appeal, and he asked to be released from jail pending that appeal, but a judge denied that request today.
And Brittany, explain the range of people you saw in that federal courtroom today for the sentencing.
Well, John, 13 of the people who were on that kill list were in court today. 3 of them gave victim impact statements. 2 had them read on their behalf. They all described living in fear after learning they were on that list, some buying expensive security systems, others moving out of their homes, but all say this has forever changed their lives. John and Robin, all right.
man, and that's something to consider.
That's crazy.
No, it's European culture.
Exactly.
And you think I'm joking? Look up their history. I'm not like Greek mythology is like sleeping with little boys and
Oh God,
biting each other.
yes. Yeah, and dogs, animals, yeah. Each other, dogs, yeah.
Roman culture,
They was
sleeping
out
with
there
little
having them wars,
boys
they was
and
sleeping with each other, then they came home to have babies. Then they slept with their wives, but then they stayed out there in the, out there fighting each other and sleep with each other.
and the common theme though, they all went to Africa and got knowledge, and
Oh,
the Africans gave it to them. I'm
oh,
just saying, I'm not. We have knowledge of. We got like 2,000, 6,000 years of knowledge after that, but we still giving them information,
ain't that something?
But whatever. Um. Okay, a strangler
Revealing
looks
they
like
believe the
three.
suspect.
Just picking
This
one.
waterfront bar, popular with tourists, the scene of another horrific mass shooting.
We're advising it's coming from a subject on the boat shooting into the building from the boat.
In court today, prosecutors revealing they believe the suspect, 40-year-old Nigel Max Edge, intended to carry out the shooting at the American Fish Company in Southport on Friday night, but another passing boat interrupted his plan. Investigators say he returned the next day, opening fire from a boat just feet from the bar's deck, where dozens of people were listening to live music. Police calling the attack highly premeditated.
We heard one pop. I looked up thinking it was fireworks. And next thing you know, people were running around the corner to see the carnage. You never get that out of your head with somebody shot in the head and sitting there trying to console his wife with her husband dead right beside her.
Like the suspect in Michigan, Edge is a Marine Corps veteran and Purple Heart recipient who served in Iraq. Edge said he suffers from PTSD, according to the police chief.
One thing is clear.
Oh no, we're not going
We
to.
must do
We're not doing
more
that.
to prevent these acts of violence. It has to be our top priority.
There have now been 324 mass shootings in the U.S. this year. Experts say attacks motivated by both ideology and fame are on the rise.
Kind of becomes a bit of a snowball effect where there are more violent role models out there, and then those violent role models can inspire new copycat attacks by people who want to be like them.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Cassidra. I had walked away for a second, but I heard it though. This Purple Heart veteran.
That's crazy.
I'll play it again real quick.
Edge said he suffers from PTSD, according to a Marine Corps veteran and Purple Heart recipient who served in Iraq.
Oh, a Marine Corps veteran.
Wait a
So was
minute, though.
Michael
Come
Johnson
on.
was a veteran. How about
Okay,
that?
well, we have a whole lot of black men that are veterans that don't do this. So what's going on here? Are we just going to label dysfunction? We're going to always blame, mental health for everything they do. Are we ever going to take any responsibility for anything that they do?
Well, they are crazy as hell. I would say that. Let's see.
So championship
Let's jump over now to get more information on the mass shooting in North Carolina. You see CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry, who's been spending time there. Good morning, Skylar. Help us understand what happened in this shooting and why officials there are seemingly certain that it also was targeted and purposeful.
Yeah, that's what law enforcement said yesterday during a press conference, Errol. Breaking down the timeline as to what happened, police say that they first got 911 calls shortly after 9 o'clock on Saturday night. It was then that folks who were here at American Fish Company say that shots started to ring out here, so much so that people started to hit the deck. They say that several people were hit both outside and inside of this
Yeah,
pot.
fragility is the biggest issue, and you can understand it through regular relationships. Like if what people would call narcissists, if you do something to take away whatever it is, the fragility is what makes them lash out. And them being the most protected group on the planet because of their violence and military in the first place will always implode on itself. And we probably live in such a state of violence on a daily basis that we don't even know what fear of violence really is anymore because we are so traumatized on what the truth about how much danger that we truly are in, even just depending on these very people for our well-being, like, and not wanting to detach from that, how much trauma that truly exists. You know what I'm saying? That's why you even got to cut yourself some slack for whatever trauma that you may have because it's not yours. They have institutions designed to set up. They've literally had institutions and think tanks and stuff designed to make you think the way that you think purposely. So like you can forgive yourself, but it's also our responsibility to start where we are right now and realize that we can only be safe in an environment where we can protect ourselves and have our own stuff and our own systems and our own schools and our own whatever it is. Now, if you want to be like Europeans could do whatever and let them blow up nuclear, like they blew up nuclear bombs in space to see what would happen. Like, you know how crazy it is. And be like, oh damn, there's some fallout in this area. Who would have expected that?
But that's the high I quit people.
Yeah, well, they even had to remake that test dozens of times so that it fits their narrative, because black people generally score higher in certain things. And even when you be like the slaves and stuff, it was the poor white people. That's why they be like, oh well, it wasn't the poor white people was the worst ones because they was the most violent, and they was like they wouldn't, black people are smart at what we do, even if we don't have quote unquote education. If there's a problem in front of you, you're gonna like. That's why you always call it. They used to, and forgive me for saying this, but N-word rig something. You know what I'm saying? Like because we are creative and we create, like, that is a part of IQ is creativity. You know what I'm saying? Is the able to solve problems, and we have solved more probably well, it's still the biggest problem, but and then okay, so let's do this next one. Let's see.
I'm Abigail Spanberger, candidate for governor, and I sponsored this ad.
Winsome Earl Sears pledged not to raise.
They got all of this stuff going on here.
6 o'clock on your Saturday morning, we start with tragic breaking news out of downtown Indy. IMPD telling us that 7 people were shot and 2 have died in a shooting just a few hours ago. Police Chief Chris Bailey went straight to the scene near Washington and Illinois, and the chief did not mince words in a press conference just before 4 this morning. Take a listen.
I don't know how many times
They didn't send their best people. Europe didn't send their best people out there.
your children's keepers. You are.
What the hell is he talking about?
Parents and guardians have got to step up. A kid is dead tonight. And we just don't know the age of the young man down.
I don't know. There's some white people stuff. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But This might be some white on white crime stuff here.
Fighting, fussing at his people because they kids, fussing at his own
I'm sorry.
because they not taking care of them demons.
Yeah, I'm like,
They letting the demons out. You teach them how to shoot it too, and then you wonder why you shooting up everybody? Because I can, and I know ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. So just let them loose. Don't say don't come over here in our neighborhood. Let them stay on over there. Go ahead. You doing us a favor. I ain't mad at you. Leave them loose. Let them be loose. Go ahead, keep them loose. Go ahead, finish the job for us.
Man, I couldn't even comprehend that one. I'm like, damn.
I'm just saying.
This must be some European ritual stuff that he's doing. I don't know what's going on here.
I swear it is something. Utah getting busy. They've been shooting up every night. Every day. For the last 2 weeks, it was a shooting somewhere. Every day. What's the one that shot the 5 cops? 3 of them died. 2 lived. Please. They've been shooting more cops, and I'm like, hey, you doing us a favor. Go ahead. Hey. Love you.
Yeah. You know, Time to Work was like Europe sent the rapists and murderers. Yeah, like they sent the people who was in jail in Europe, like in early they was the ones who founded America, the criminals.
And that's who they acting like, and they children acting just like grandchildren. That's in the blood. That's the DNA. That's their character. That's who they are.
But do you know the sickest part though? Like the pilgrims was supposed to be the ones who was the Christian ones, but they was way sicker than the criminal. They was the first ones to legalize selling children in the early 1600s. You know, they only give Virginia and stuff credit because like it became like America or whatever.
You want us to believe that the Masons that the land was founded on what they did to them Indians, but you want me to think that they were Christian people. Okay. No.
Yeah, the Pilgrims in Pennsylvania or whatever. They legalized selling children in like 1640s, you
honey,
know.
Christianity is nothing but satanic worship, honey. If these people only knew who they was worshiping. They run from them churches.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to tell the difference between the criminal ones from jail and the church ones.
Tell the difference. Them Christian nationals, they all sound the same to me.
Right. They would call them. They would call the Pilgrims like white Christian nationalists today. That's what the Pilgrims were. And for real, it's like it's crazy.
That's what they were.
Yeah, that's what they were. That's true. That's what's true.
True. That's what Christianity. I ain't never. And you showed it. They showed it even in slavery. What they do? They went to church. They got out of church and they had a picnic. And you know what picnics stand for, okay? And that's what they did every Sunday. And then they go sleep with your babies. What is that? That's what we're dealing with. That's who we're dealing with. Even now, it's in their DNA. They done seen so many bodies hanging. It's in their DNA, so they don't even know it's just mental illness all through the DNA. All the dysfunction all through the DNA. Sleep with your dog, sleep with your mama, sleep with your son, sleep with your kids, sleep with your slave, hang your slave, cut the baby out of her stomach. Come on, that's dysfunction. Who does that? What type of people are we really dealing with? I think we've forgotten that. How could you forget what they've done to your relatives? How could you forget what they've done to you even today? Because they're still doing it. Because if they had found out who that white boy was that shot that boy, they was coming to your child's HBCU. That's who we dealing with. That they'll come after you just because I can. They told Trump, give us the word. And we'll go door to door. Well, you come on, go door to door. I wish you would knock on mine. Go ahead and come on in. Because I'm leaving unlocked for you.
Oh, consider too, yo. I'll play it again at another time, but you know, before all of this stuff, they had this thing where they had the starving time. Do you know what they did to each other?
Oh God, what?
Well, they ate each other.
Yeah, cannibal. Yeah, and that's what they're doing at some of these restaurants. Remember the Kentucky Fried Chicken? We just saw it. McDonald's. People been telling you what they've been eating. Come on. You think they're not?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why they put so much salt in your food. You got to cover up the taste. No, I'm eating that stuff.
That was a hard line. I like that line.
Developing story, as we mentioned, 15 people have been shot since
All right,
3:30
let's get through
yesterday
this.
morning.
They just
In the
on
most recent shooting, 7 people shot, 2 of them killed. CBS
Oh, play that again.
White on white crime.
yesterday morning. Big
Ain't that
developing
something?
story.
White
As
on
Ooh, them
white
white
crime.
folk having a field day,
15
ain't they?
people have been shot since 3:30 yesterday morning. In the most recent shooting, 7 people.
Now I want to challenge you, right? Because now when people be like they are getting out of control, they wilding right now. Can you tell me a time? Show me a time where they wasn't doing this though.
Well,
This
show
the
me a time when black folk do that. That's what I'm wondering. Because the woman said, I'm going by what the lady said. She told us that we were the most violent, right?
that's
Because
what she
that's what she
said.
thinks. But
She
who's
said
doing
black
all the
on black.
shooting? Who's doing all the shooting? We don't shoot groups. We may go after one person, and that means that person then did something to us or our children, okay, or a family member. But to go up and shoot up a school, to shoot up a Walmart, to blow up a whole church. Timothy McVeigh and his dad, back in the day, they blew up a whole church. They blew up a federal building with a daycare in the school. Daycare in the building. Huh.
I mean, they did the church bombing. They
Yeah,
bombed people's
thank
houses.
you.
They
Thank you.
no. But the thing is, like, yo, I'm telling you, they did stuff like they would set your house on fire. No,
With you
this
in
is the 1900s with you in it, and stand outside with shotguns. And if you run outside,
they gonna
baby
shoot you.
in hand or
Yep.
whatever, they're going to
They gonna shoot
shoot
you.
you.
Yep.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
sure
So
did.
you have to to pick if you're gonna die in the fire,
Or
and
die by a
or
gunshot. I'm gonna
uh-huh.
die by that gunshot because I'm not gonna burn to death.
And then even if you get away, you gotta stay in a swampy area. Like, black people ain't going to them damn swamps now, but you would have to stay there for days, you know, until whatever. But what people don't recognize is like a lot of black people survived because black men and women and people fought back. They was
Yes.
tearing their ass up. And
Yes.
that's why they had to build. They didn't just burn down. They burned down a few, but you got to think about it. Like they burned down a couple, but everywhere was black cities because it was segregation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everywhere was Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Black Wall Street. We focus on that, but they had to build highways through most of them in the 50s because they could not destroy them by physical violence because black people was
They
coming
had
back
to.
from
Yep.
wars armed up, and like they would be snipers on the roof. They would shoot up whoever came through, especially the police. You know what I'm saying? So like people have to recognize the
We've
true
come a
history, and then they
long way, forecast. We've come a long way at
yeah.
the worst end. Because
Yeah.
we're nothing like what we used to be. Nothing. But this is what happens when you allow enemies to educate your babies and they tone down and numb you down and dumb you down, tell you what to think. Just like Trump went today when talked to them generals and told them, hey, if you don't agree with what I said, you can go, but it's gonna impact your careers. So how many people really gonna get up and walk away? I'm not gonna agree with you, but they're not gonna leave either because some of those generals were close to retiring. If I was them, I'd retire. I'd wait 6 months and I'm retired. That's what I would do. I'm not dealing with you. I'm retiring.
Mhm. Should the United States generals lose their jobs anyway? So what the
Yeah,
hell has that been
absolutely.
doing? Right. So I don't care if you're a black general. All you gonna do is go out there to defend going in a black country anyway. So
Exactly. Like that.
well,
Yeah, like that
cool.
dude
Get up
said
out
what he
of there.
said, and then they got rid of him, didn't
They
they?
sure did.
They got rid of his black man. Where he at? And replaced him with a white dude. Yeah.
So is that really? I mean, hey.
Hmm.
But anyway, back
People
to
shot,
white on white
2 have been
violence.
killed. CBS 4's Russ McQuaid has more on where that investigation stands tonight and what an eyewitness saw happen.
There's not a lot going on out here in this parking lot just off of I-465 and West 38th Street on the northwest side, about 12 hours after somebody started firing off a gun in a parking lot full of people.
I woke up from that nap and just noticed the scene around me, and it was normal. Everybody's walking around, everybody's having a good time, drinking, socializing, and then out of nowhere, rapid gunfire, nonstop. It's like the shots actually got faster.
Out of all the homicides that have happened in Marion County so far this year, more than a quarter of them, 34, have happened between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. For instance, downtown's a good example of that.
All right.
34.
So
34.
we already seen who
And we know it ain't nobody black because they the plastered they picture all over the internet.
All right. Then you got your boy here. Let's see. On.
All right, we're going to go now to a live news conference with more information.
No, all right. Okay. Let's see.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. At a waterfront bar in Southport, North Carolina, 3 people were killed. The second happened at a Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Grand Blanc, Michigan. The church was badly damaged, as you see there, by fire after police say a man crashed his vehicle into the building.
Burned the church up.
Fire on worshipers. At least 2 people were killed, 8 others.
I was about to say, I ain't gonna say that but Jesus let that happen though. But all right, my bad.
Injured. President Trump tonight
called
I mean, he let us get enslaved and mentally tortured and enslaved and going crazy. So might as well let the church get burned too.
He didn't burn the church down. That's the best thing he could have did. Burn them all down. But they ain't doing nothing good for black folk no way. Burn them all down. And last one of them need to be burned down.
Adding this appears to be yet another targeted attack on Christians. CBS's Chanel Call is
by
tracking the
Christians.
story and has
Now I wonder if they called when they did the 1963 church bombing attack on Christians or not.
Ain't that something? Oh, I'm sure they didn't.
The Klan, which is a Christian Christian group,
Yeah, it's a real
blew up
Christian
a church.
Yeah,
and killed 4 little girls.
Killed our babies. Killed 4 of our babies. Sure did.
And nobody did nothing.
No, nobody did nothing. No, they don't do nothing now. What do we expect? Police officer shoot your son in the middle of the street. One man stood up. When they killed his son, he ran over the other one. He ran over somebody, another police officer. Didn't even matter. But he stood up for his son, didn't he? That right there, I'll sure want to hear about that case. He stood up for his son, didn't he? He didn't play with them. And stood in front of a court. They had 150 officers in that court. And he walked with his head high and looked at them crackers, was like, now I dare somebody to say something. Walked down. Now what? Now what? That's what his attitude was. Ain't that something? The best thing I've seen that whole day. Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
The very latest for us tonight. Chanel.
And Jerika, this happened inside a massive church complex in a small suburb of Flint, Michigan. There were hundreds of people inside, and tonight, police are still searching for a motive.
Like crazy. They're psychopaths.
And they're all TVs on scene saying the building's on fire. Gunfire erupted inside this Grand Blanc, Michigan church during Sunday service. Authorities believe 40-year-old Thomas Jacob Sanford from nearby Burton, Michigan, drove this truck into the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints before gunning down worshipers with an assault rifle and setting the building on fire.
I need manpower up here.
Set the church. Drove. The fool, he drove into the church, shot the church up, set it on fire, waited outside, shot up people, and then shot himself.
Ain't that so?
And he could have just shot himself first,
Yeah, he could have just, No, he did it, Come on now. Come on. That wouldn't have been no fun.
True.
Come on now.
True.
Let
They
him
would
do
blow
what
up
they
the
do.
world before.
Let them do.
Yeah, that is true.
Let the roosters come home to roost. That's all I'm gonna say. Let them come home to roost. We just get our popcorn.
If they taking out.
As long as you stay over there with that. That's all I got to say.
When I appreciate John Brown, go around, take out every single, one of them, and then bang it on yourself. And I'll be like, this is the first good white person right here. I'm like, go celebrate this white person. This is a good white person. This is a good white man right here.
Karma 804, welcome.
We about to wrap up. What's going on, Miss Karma?
I mean, I got my popcorn.
The gunman was killed in a shootout with police. Tony Deck lives next door to the church.
I saw 4 tarps at the time. I don't know what's left there now, but 4 body tarps. That was right up the street from my house, probably 300 yards. Police everywhere, 50, 100 police cops, ambulances, fire trucks everywhere.
Thick, billowing black smoke could be seen for miles above and around the huge church complex for hours before crews put out the fire.
And we do believe that there was people up there that were near that fire and they were unable to get out of the church. So we do believe that we will find additional victims once we're able to search.
The attack comes.
And I get it. Sometimes y'all may think I'm extreme. This is why I appreciate Cassidra, but I think I've learned way too much history to like not understand. Like, man, like, yo, they crazy as hell. Like,
Oh,
and
they
we don't
crazy.
got no friends.
They
You know?
off the chain.
Yeah, I'm
They
sorry.
off the chain.
I mean, it's sick stuff. Like, yo, they would let loose the police, let loose police dogs inside of a church on a Sunday morning in the 60s and 70s
Oh, God,
and stuff.
yes. Please.
Like,
This is what I'm saying, forecast. This is where we just sit back and we get our popcorn and we continue to watch the roosters come to roost. That's what we do. We don't, hey, we just got our popcorn enjoying. Hey, okay, well, another 5, okay, another 10, another 20. Come on now, that number rising. Come on. That's the less we got to, that's the less we got to deal with. Let them handle their business. Let them keep doing them. Y'all go over here and do you. I'm glad for you. Keep on. Roost. I'm gonna stay out of it. But when they talk about this black on black crime, I'm gonna look at them. Really, you really want to go there? Because what I'm seeing now, ain't no black on black. Nothing. Okay.
yes, I love my beautiful sisters. Black on black love, y'all.
Okay. I'm enjoying myself. This is the best time to be alive right now.
That from what is believed to be a
I appreciate you listening, Comrade 04.
investigators say on Saturday, just before midnight, police received a call that a woman had escaped a domestic violence incident. She said while she attempted to flee, her significant other drove his truck into her vehicle. That man has been identified as 34-year-old Zane Wickham. The woman ran to a nearby home to call for help.
You know how they be bringing up crime statistics? The leaders of domestic abuse. Who would you guess that would be, Cassidra?
I guarantee you, ain't no black folk.
What about rape?
But I guarantee you, the FBI told us, it's in writing, that the most violent is the white one. That's what the FBI said now. You can look that up. So I'm going to stick to what the FBI told us.
Well,
I know what they're saying, but I know what the FBI is telling us. So I'm gonna go with that.
They be saying Chicago though, so
yeah, okay. Well, yeah, okay. But I'm looking at it. We're looking at it right here in the flesh. We're looking at it. So we're gonna believe what they say, or I'm just saying. I'm gonna stick to what the FBI said.
A perimeter near Wickham's backyard in the 2200 block of Downing Avenue. A shot was fired from inside the home, striking the Hayes officer. That officer was flown to a regional hospital, but died from his injuries just after 4 a.m. Gas
But why we don't see the shooter's face?
Windows and a drone were deployed into the home. Officers did not fire their weapons during that standoff. And around 6:15 this morning, medical teams.
I'd like to see the suspect's face sometime. When they white, we'll never get to see no faces. But they black, they got them all over the country.
To evacuate the area.
Is it Colorado? What the hell's going on? There's all this violence in Iowa and
Utah, Colorado. I think that's what he needs to dispatch them. The army, right? I'm just trying to wait for him to dispatch them in some of the site areas like Utah, Idaho. Okay.
Right.
Minnesota.
Wyoming.
Yeah, okay. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm
Kansas
still waiting.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Montana.
I'm waiting. Come on now.
This white dude from Montana. When I was in the trucker school, man, this white dude from Montana. Oh yeah, we love some well, he didn't say the N word, but that's what he wanted to say. He was like, we love some black. He was like, we just ain't never seen them. We look at them as like an item or whatever. Everybody gonna want to touch you and talk to you. Like, yeah, okay.
Don't touch. Yeah, you keep your attention where it need to be. Not over here, over there. Keep it on your brother. White on white crime. How about that? That's all I care about. Don't come over here. Don't look over here. Stay focused.
So,
They doing us
consider
a favor.
one of the most dangerous things about white violence is white on black violence. You know, that has altered history of humanity. You know,
Mhm.
but I would just say this as we go off. Let's just go off on something more positive. You know what I'm saying? For the next couple thousand years, maybe this will be the way that we start to go. You know.
And we
So
just want to remind people that we are here every Friday, every Wednesday at 8:30.
yes, yes,
Go
we
ahead.
as do my to the best of my ability. We here at 8:30.
Okay, 8:30, between 8:30 and a quarter to 4.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not even your fault sometimes. Sometimes I'll be late too, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
All right, so there we go.
Such my what?
What the hell?
Let's see.
Say it again.
I don't even know if this is real or not, but it doesn't even matter at this point.
Say it again. Such my what?
What was that?
Why you keep running? Why you running then? Why you smack my phone? Can we go outside and talk? Can you stop running? Can you stop running? You call me a monkey, right? Say it again. Okay, so I'm a monkey, right? I'm a monkey, right? What's up? I'm a monkey. What's up? Where are you going? Why are you running? Why are you running?
No.
Why are you running? Why are you running? You call me a right? Why you call me a why you calling me?
It don't even matter if it's real or not.
Why you
It's
calling me?
propaganda.
Why you smack my phone? Because you got my shit in my face. Okay, then why you call me a monkey? Why you call me a monkey? Why you running?
Let that cracker run.
Then why you running?
All right.
Let that Neanderthal run. That hybrid.
I mean, he ain't doing nothing to him.
What, you just running behind him?
Yeah.
What the hell we doing? We running them. What we doing?
This is what we do, though. And
Why did you call me?
okay, so because this
I'm
could be
just trying to
real
see
or
what we
fake.
doing.
But
What was the point of you? What was the
this
point?
is okay. I can make it make sense, right? This is what we do as black people. You know what I'm saying? All we do is run around and be like, "You call me an N-word, please respect me." And we've got on our "I am a man" shirt, you know, and we think that we can be their friends. We think that they're good ones, and y'all think that I'm extreme, you know. But we are really looking goofy because, like, the truth is, like, we have to have our own systems and own governments, and you tell me the good white ones who will be down with that, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
because at the end of the day it's going to take away this system that is designed to protect them. They blow their own systems up, but that's like, if you go back and study any point of European history, you're going to find themselves in a war, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the truth is, like, I believe in stuff like when you grow up in like cold, dark environments and where you got to scavenge for food and stuff like that, it turns you, you know, into a killer or something, and you would kill your brother, your sister, or whatever to survive or whatever. And you go through that as you, like they say, evolve, but that just means change, you know. So, like, you know, I'm not gonna go into that whole thing because then y'all really gonna think I'm like tripping. So,
No, you do you. You do you. This your show. You do you.
no, I ain't going too far, you know. But anyway, consider for something positive. How about this, right? I tried to look it up, but I didn't really have time. But I found this, so
Hey, I love it.
Corporate America does not want you to know about me, my father, or my family business. And let me tell you why. There is a huge consumer shift going on right now. I'm not sure if you noticed, but people now more than ever are supporting small family emerging brands like me and my family business. It's called Good Foods. You can find us at Target, Kroger, Meijer, Walmart, Jewel Osco, Shaw's, Food Line.
it said, if this is true, it's
Awesome.
Good Foods. And so if you see that, you know, I guess you can support that if you go to these stores anyway, you know.
Shaw's, Food Line, and Meijer. almost 6,000 stores across the country. And we're doing this with no investors, no private equity funds. We have never been on Shark Tank. There's no secret celebrity endorsements. Shout out to everyone who's doing those. But this has really been built by brick. And, it's a 20-year-old company, 22 years to be exact. And again, this is no knock on anyone doing it that way. It's just to show that, hey, this is a real 100% family
No
owned
problem. They're
business.
gonna think I'm crazy for
We
real.
are fighting every day for that shelf space. Just to get one or two
But it's
cans
true.
cost hundreds and thousands of dollars just to stay on the shelf. So imagine when we have 6 cans, okay? You can do the math. We need your help. We need your support because we know that these conglomerates, these massive publicly traded companies, I'm not even going to say the competition, but if you buy canned beans or you buy canned vegetables, you know who I'm talking about. They're trying to push us off the shelf. They are hiding our products. They have sales reps that go into these stores. They push us to the side. They put our stuff in the back. They try to give deals to the store directors and the headquarters of these grocery chains that we're in, and they try to give them deals to like suppress our products and not let them stand out. And so it's a real grocery war out here, but I live for this. I've been doing this for 20 years since I was in high school. And so now I'm the CEO. My father unfortunately passed away 3 years ago, if you know the story about Good Foods. And so I'm the second generation owner. And you see me talking to you directly. I don't think you ever met or seen the owner of Del Monte. I don't think we know who owns Green Giant. So I just wanted to get on here and really introduce myself to
That's
folks who
true.
may have seen the label in the store and they're like, who is that? They don't know it's a real person connected to it. They didn't know the story. Well, it's a very, very healthy product as well. We're also family owned. But the truth is that this product right here is grown on the highest quality soil in America. Everything comes out of northern Minnesota, and we rotate our crops. We only use non-GMO seeds. So it's a great product, but it's also great tasting. And if you know, let me know in the comments if you tried Good Foods, because I think, we really do stand the test of time. The company actually started out selling in the local government food agencies in Chicago. So really transitioned into retail in the last 10 years. So people see, family owned.
It was love at first sight.
Now that's our brother. We need to blow him up.
Not
much.
We need to make him rich. We made everybody else in different cultures rich. Let's make our brother rich.
All right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, y'all look for that, like the Good Food Company, But anyway, what you think about that though,
Well,
considering
in Durham they have a black aren't they black farmers in Durham, North Carolina? They got a whole I think we saw them before. Got a whole black farmer in Durham.
Yeah, it's a couple of them out there,
Yeah, we have to start. We need to maybe do a program on, black businesses, black farmers and stuff like that, because I think we need to know about stuff like that because it's time for us to do for us and us to support our own, period. Let's take our money away from them. That's one way to beat them at their own game. Take that power away from them. And money to them is power. And we pull our money from them. They cannot survive. You know what happened to Popeyes? We pulled our money. When you see what's happening to Target, when we pull our money, we have so much power, and I wish we knew that. I wish we understand that. We see it, but then we forget it. We hold the power in our hands. If it's gonna rock in America, it's because black folk behind it. If it's gonna die, it's because we're not. We hold the power of this country in our hands, you guys, through our wallets. And us just supporting stuff or not. Because the white folks said, hey, they tried to have a march without black folk. What happened? It failed, right? Because we weren't there. You have to understand the power. Do we really get it? We possess a lot of power. We are the trendsetters. We are the ones that, that make this economy go round. Pull your money from them and support your own and see that them devils fail. They fall instantly, overnight. Why you think that station closed? The only way they survive is our black dollars. We have to stop supporting them. They come in your neighborhood, take your ass to the nearest black store. Why are we building? Why are we creating our own black neighborhood stores? Pooling our monies together. Community stores. Everybody that put in, they get something out. I'm just saying, because we can go right next door to them and we support our own. We can run them out of business. We got black Chinese people that don't even like black folk. They're here places in our neighborhoods. Shut them down while they're here. Shut them down. Yes, we sure have. But now it's time for us to wake up because we see what's happening. We've made everybody around us rich except black folk. How did the Jews come out of where they were? They used to be down at the bottom. What they do? They came together. They have their own schools. They have their own police department. They have their own communities. They don't mess with them like they mess with because they have the power and the money. We have the money. We have the power. Our money is the key. We hold our monies from them. They'll beg us to come to their tables. I guarantee you it. I guarantee you it.
And Cassidra, I have to say, that is true. You know, the name the Shysters, you know, that's the name that they have, whatever. The Jewish whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They stick together, you know.
Of course.
But they also use the different kind of tactics, you know, like throughout the history of they make money off of our blood, you know, our bloodshed, you know, from the beginning. And they will take advantage of us, even like how they used to be like the Irish and all of that stuff. And they use that to get into whiteness because like white on white crime, like, you know, like the Germany stuff, like it might sound harsh, but it's white on white crime. You know what I'm saying? Like
It
all of
really
that
is.
stuff is white
It
on
really
white
is.
crime.
White on white crime. What do we care? White on white crime. Let them have their way. Get your popcorn, stay out of their way, and hey, let them do what they do best. And let's murder each other. That's less for us to worry about. I'm just saying.
All right. It's just so, you know, but they have made their money off of selling us and treating us and to this very day, you look at the products that's put out there where our music went from meaning something to meaning nothing, but you see who controlled the rec. Do you see who controls our images on television? You know what I'm saying? And all of these things. But you know what I don't do is separate them from a. I'm not gonna be like France is different from England or the Christian is different from the Jewish or the, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
They all the same. We just saw the pilgrims to the white nationalists to the Jews, whatever. It's whatever part of Europe they come from, you know. It is what it is.
All the same. All the same. They act the same across the board. Whether you go to Europe, you go to UK, you go to UN, they all act the same. But I've been noticing some new music. Lisa Guevara has a song out. I've been noticing some new music. I'm gonna send it to you after we're done. So maybe we can open and close with this. This is better music. It's really good music. And Lisa Guevara came up with a song, and it's amazing. And then Dr. Boyce, he had a song also, and I'm like, I'm gonna send them to you. I think it's very refreshing to hear Black positive music with great beats and talking with me and singing with me.
Yeah. Let's see. And you know, I guess, you know, for my last words, I'll just put this, you know, real quick. Because you said it, Cassidra, so I gotta play it.
Is that over? Well, I've been silent for the past 90 days because of some statements I made concerning the President of the United States, which were distorted. They were distorted. And yes. What did you say, Malcolm? Well, I said the same thing that everybody says, that his assassination was the result of the climate of hate. But only I said the chickens came home to roost, and which means the same thing. Climate of hate means that this is the result of something. And when I said chickens coming home to roost, I said the same thing. But you did not say that you were glad the president was killed. No, that's what the press said. What would I look like saying that I'm glad the president was killed? Malcolm, this is your first public statement in that 90-day period, is it not? First time I opened up my mouth in 90 days. That's why I'm talking so fast and so hearty. You feel, however, that we're making progress. No. I will never say that progress is being made. Knife in my back 9 inches and pull it out 6 inches. There's no progress. You pull it all the way out, that's not progress. The progress is healing the wound that the blow made. And they haven't even begun to pull a knife out, much less try and heal the wound. They won't even admit the knife is there. You haven't.
All right. I still ain't been there. The knife is there. All right, let me see. You want me to play? Which one you want me to play?
You know what? I was just showing you just some positive music that that I ran across. You don't have to play them tonight. You can play them next week if you want to. But just I think this is some interesting music that I see coming up. That's really super cool, and I'm like, I love it. I blasted on my bike too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll listen to them and then like,
Yeah,
unless you want me to play
yeah.
them, I'll just go ahead and play
Well,
them.
you
But
can, and yeah,
it's up
play 'em
to
if
you.
you have time. You guys okay with just 5 more minutes?
All right, I'll play. I guess I'll play. I just
I think it's
first
really,
one.
one was by Lisa Gabera, which is really cool, and then the other one, Dr. Boris had on his page the other day, and I was kind of like, it was interesting. One about Black Wall Street. Oh, Tim said, "Time to work." Says, "Let's hear it." Okay.
Okay.
It's time for us to get some positive music.
Back in Tulsa, 1921, the scene was lit. Black Wall Street thriving, everybody getting rich. Doctors, lawyers, business booming in the town. A whole black city building wealth from the ground. But envy sparked fire, hate came with the flame. Planes dropped bombs, streets never looked the same. 35 blocks gone, dreams turn to dust. But you can't kill a people with resilience and trust. From the ashes we rise, can't erase our name. Black Wall Street lives still burning like a flame. We build, we invest, we gon' claim what's ours. Black wealth, black power, reaching for the stars. Families lost business, homes torn apart, but the spirit of ownership stayed in the heart. It's a blueprint for us, a lesson to learn. Circulate the dollar, let the wealth return. Buy land, buy stocks, teach the youth to save. Pass it down strong from the cradle to the grave. Economics is power, unity is the key. If we did it back then, imagine now what we'd be. From the ashes we rise, can't erase our name. Black Wall Street lives still burning like a flame. We build, we invest, we gon' claim what's ours. Black wealth, black power, reaching for the stars.
It's good to have some positive black music.
Yeah,
Positive
facts.
black
That was
music.
good. Yeah, that was good. And by the way, this is the brand. If y'all gonna buy it,
What's the
good,
name of it? Yeah, okay. What's that?
good. Huh?
Spell it. Is that
I think the brand is GOODE.
DE? Okay, okay.
And then they
I'm gonna
got
look,
black eyed peas and different kind of stuff.
yeah, I'm gonna look that up and see who sells it. Actually, I'm gonna check it
It
out.
said Target. It said Target, like Walmart, I think.
Oh, really? I have to check it out. I won't go to
It
Target and
said
buy
it
it.
said Target, Kroger, these stores right here, Food Lion, Shaw's,
Oh,
Walmart.
okay.
Yeah, so
That's cool. Yes.
yeah.
We'll take
So
a
shouts
picture of
out
it.
to that.
Yeah, cool.
But anyway, consider you want to say anything else before we wrap up?
Yeah. Time to say to work said it's a message the kids can hear can learn from, and that's what we need to do. We need to get back to music where we're learning from those music songs, telling our stories in our music instead of being so so nasty and disgusting. You know, it's time for us to get back to supporting us. And that's gonna be my message from now until, you know, because we've lost focus and we really don't know who the enemy is. And I don't know why, as much as they have done and as much as they keep doing, we still seem to have forgotten who the enemy really is. But let's not forget, you know, right now is the time for us to this is a great time to be alive right now. I'm just saying, this is a great time to be alive. I'm sitting back, I got my popcorn, and I'm enjoying the show. Just enjoy the show. I'm like, hey, you can't, they've done so much dirt to us right now. I'm sorry, I'm enjoying every minute. I'm enjoying every minute of it. I am. When I seen that fire with that church, I was like, yep. And you didn't got burned up inside the church. What in the world? That's crazy. Just hey, stay out the way. Let them keep their focus on them. Get your popcorn and just enjoy your meal. And I rest with that.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I appreciate all of y'all for listening, coming on here. Shouts out to Miss Karma 804. I appreciate you for
Yeah,
coming
thank
in
you for
here.
listening.
Time to work. Shouts out to you, my brother. It's been a minute, Shouts out to Raw and everybody else who out there. Shouts out to Matron. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to Matron channel, So I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all.
I mean, even
And
stuff like this should be totally packed. Just stuff shows like this that's not full of trauma and drama. You know what I'm saying? Just not full. It's full of knowledge. These shows should be packed with our people, and it's just hard for us to get involved in something that's gonna get you to thinking. I guess sometimes this could be too much to think about, maybe, but this is stuff that we need to think about because we need to be prepared because it's not going away. They're only getting worse. And we need you to be prepared for what's coming.
right.
Go ahead, forecast.
No, yeah, you're right. So anyway, I appreciate y'all, and as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're gonna keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.